Hello everyone, it's me, your average bonehead, Jay, and today I'm starting a new promotion where I'll take phone call requests. Oh, do you hear that? It sounds like our first caller. Hello, Jayskeletyn talking, you're live on air. Any requests? What's that? You want me to talk about something that involves people falling off cliffs, surreal imagery, body horror, adorable shipping, and a tall woman freaking out? Well, that just sounds like our next Steven Universe episode, an Indirect Kiss. And considering how I was about to talk about that episode anyways, it just occurred to me that this promotion was a complete waste of my time. The episode begins with Steven and Connie meeting up by the lighthouse, where recently a new fence had been put up. Connie is curious as to why, and manages to persuade Steven to tell her the story. Basically, Amethyst was messing around by the cliffside, and as one would expect, she fell off of it, landing on a rock right on her gem. Yes, this is the first of many very important things that this episode establishes. What happens when a gem is cracked? If you all remember, the gem's bodies are nothing more than light projections from their gem. The gem is what they actually are. So, if that gem cracks or breaks, it messes up their ability to make their light projection bodies. As we immediately see that with Amethyst, as just a small crack on her gem has already messed up her eye. On top of that, she can no longer speak right, as anytime she tries to communicate, she does it through backwards talk. Which, yeah, obvious fun fact, if you reverse all the backwards talk Amethyst does throughout this episode, you can actually hear what she was actually saying.
Hey guys, what are you doing on the beach? Don't worry or anything. I'm good.
But anyways, once Pearl and Garnet find out about this, they end up explaining to Steven that he could probably fix this, and we get another big thing that this episode reveals. That rose quartz had magical healing tears that could fix any and all gems. Kinda weird that a random rose quartz happened to have magical healing tears. Oh well, I'm sure this won't be foreshadowing to any big dramatic reveals later down the line. But anyways, having Rose's gem, they believe that Steven would inherit her healing tears, so Steven tries crying onto Amethyst's gem, but unfortunately he is unable to. And after a funny joke,
I guess I'm just too tough to cry.
Just today you were crying about snakes.
They don't have any arms.
They ultimately decide they need to go to Rose's fountain. Said secret fountain is said to be overflowing with rose quartz's magical healing tears, so it's the easiest way to fix Amethyst at the time being. Unfortunately, when they get there, the whole place is covered by moss and thorny vines, and it seems damn near impossible for the gems to get in. On top of that, Amethyst's cracked gem is getting even worse, leading to... well, I did say there was slight body horror in this episode. But on the comedy side, I think Pearl's freakouts throughout this episode are top-notch. Especially when Garnet punches the rock right through the thorns.
Without hurtling a giant rock into Rose's most precious sanctuary. But if you're okay with it, I'm fine too!
Granted, this is not the funniest Pearl's freakouts get, we'll get there eventually, but this is high up on the list. Once they get to the fountain, it's all dried up, and Garnet and Pearl go off to look for a way to fix this. Steven continues to try and cry, as he was throughout the entire episode, wanting to heal Amethyst's gem. The two are attacked by bushes, all while Amethyst's gem gets even worse, making her body even more deformed. But eventually, Steven does finally manage to cry onto Amethyst's gem, just as the fountain is restored back to its natural beauty, with all of Rose's magic tears overflowing throughout it. And Amethyst is healed. Steven believes that it was his tears that did it, but Pearl sets the record straight.
Oh, Steven, you don't have healing tears. You'll never have any real magic powers, and we don't want anything more to do with you.
Okay, she didn't actually say that, but Steven specifies that it feels like she may as well have, as he concludes his story to Connie. And this is why Steven has been down all episode as he was telling Connie the story, as he believes that he'll probably never get these powers, and the gems eventually just won't want anything to do with him. But Connie reassures him that he doesn't need all those special magic powers to be around her, as she likes him the way he is. And the two start getting closer to each other. But right before one form of magic can happen, another one does. As it turns out, Connie's sight has healed, as now she can see perfectly fine without her glasses. And that happened because throughout the episode, she was drinking from Steven's juice box, meaning the two had an indirect kiss. So that's why it's called that. Now, I'm not exactly sure how the healing magic from Rose's tears transferred into Steven's saliva, but it's healing magic, I don't make the rules. So Steven goes off to tell the gems as Connie removes the lens from her glasses, knowing she won't be able to explain her healed eyesight to her parents very easily, as the episode ends on that note. If it wasn't obvious, an Indirect Kiss is a very important episode, as all the lore tidbits about Rose Quartz and the evolution for Steven and Connie's relationship, as well as the individual evolution for Steven and Connie themselves, is very important and must be seen. If you're binging this show, I don't just highly recommend that you watch this one, I demand you watch this one. Now, I'm your average bonehead Jay, and I wish you all good night.